This is my day in the life as a content creator. I get up early at around 6 a.m. I like to start each day with a large glass of water. Then, of course, I have to go to the loo and brush my teeth. Once I've done that, I get changed and maybe do a little bit of stretching. But usually, I try to get out the door as quickly as possible. That's because I like to go to the gym about 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm really lucky because it's only round the corner from where I live, so I usually just cycle there on my bike. It's back day today, and the gym is quite empty at the moment, so I don't have to wait for any of the equipment. It's a small gym, but it has everything that I need. Doing exercise is really important as a content creator because you're sat behind a computer all day. When I get home, I go straight in the shower and then get ready. I'm really loving cream of rice for breakfast at the moment with some blueberries, Moldovan honey and some tuna with olive oil, Himalayan salt and a squeeze of lemon. It's delicious. I work for a company called Strategyzer, and every morning the first thing I do is jump on my computer, go onto Slack and say good morning everyone. But because I'm half Colombian, I like to say it in Spanish, so I say buenos dias everybody. In terms of my role at Strategyzer, I'm a business content creator, and as part of that, I organise, plan and host the monthly webinar. After hosting the webinar today, I'm going to be editing the video recording as well, so we can put it up on our YouTube channel, but I'll talk more about our content strategy at the end of this video. Another thing I do is host our internal company call, and that takes quite a lot of planning and preparation. And someone who is going to be doing a really important section on this month's company call is my colleague Liz. Hey Liz, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Morning.
Now she's going to be sharing some insights from her perspective in her sales role about our customers that's going to be really interesting for the rest of the company who don't necessarily get to interact with customers as much. So we can make sure that we're doing everything we can to make the experience for our customers as good as it possibly can be. I've got a pretty cool day planned. This morning I'm running our Strategyzer webinar. It's called Strat Chat, and we have Sergey Zverev from MSD on the call, so it should be pretty fun. We've got a lot of people signed up and I'm really looking forward to hosting the session. Right now what I'm doing is just setting myself up with all my gear. I've got my main computer, I've got my laptop that's bringing in the slides, I've got my other computer which I have Slack and I'm able to communicate with everybody else on, and I've got my teleprompter so it looks like I'm looking people directly in the eye because I am. And then I've got my lighting, I've got my sound, everything's looking good, so I'm looking forward to getting started. Of course, I want to look the part, so what I've done is I've put on my Strategyzer t-shirt and I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so the webinar went really well, and now I'm going to grab a quick lunch because I've got a meeting in 43 minutes, so I've got to get on with it. Let's go.
And here is what I really like, and this should be more the case than it is.
Okay, so some bad news but kind of good news is that the call that I was going to go on to see if we're going to make some videos with this client has got rescheduled, which is annoying, but it gives me free time to be able to actually start editing the recording of the webinar that we just did if it's on Zoom, so I'm going to have a look now. Did some good work on editing the webinar. Now what I'm going to be doing is jumping on a call with the marketing team to see what's happening. So the webinar took up a huge part of my day today, and that's okay because it's integral to our content marketing strategy, which is based off of how Gary Vee does it. And what that includes is that you need to have some pillar content. Now for us, that pillar content or the long form content is the webinar. It's 1 hour long, and there's lots of different sections to that are really interesting and useful. So what we do is we chop those up, right? And then we post those on different different social media platforms and in different formats. So we might post like 60-second video clips from the webinar in like vertical, or we might do like 5-minute versions that are slightly longer that we'll post on YouTube, or we might even write blog posts based on the videos and then embed links from the videos into those blog posts. So you can see that from that one pillar piece of content, the webinars, we can create all this other content that helps us on all the other platforms for our content marketing strategy. Now, today was not unusual because I got distracted with some other calls and meetings that I needed to attend, and that's just part of the job as being a content creator. You can't just do the fun part of the editing and the writing, you have to have those meetings as well. Every day as a content creator is different, and not only that, I'm sure that if you speak to another content creator, their day is going to be very different from my day. But hopefully you found this useful, and if you did, why not give it a like? And if you'd like to see more videos about content creation, I've got one that I've made just here about how to get started with making video content that I think you'll love. So why not check it out? And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you later, everybody.